Students, we are starting chapter 7, triangles. This is exercise 7.3 and the solved examples before that in these videos. So this first video I have done the solved examples and started with the exercise also 7.3. First question of the exercise 7.3 and the two solved examples are discussed in this video. Now, the first solved example, that is example number 7, it says if AB is a line segment, P and Q are the points on the opposite sides of AB. P and Q are the points on the opposite sides of AB such that each of them is equidistant. P is equidistant from A, P is equidistant from B. So I can say that PA and PB are equal. Similarly, Q is equidistant from A and Q is equidistant from B. So these two are also equal. I need to prove that the line PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. So we start with the proof. First we write what is given. What is given in this question is AP is equal to AB, AP is equal to BP and AQ is equal to BQ. What do we need to prove here? We need to prove AP is the perpendicular bisector, PQ is the perpendicular bisector, PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Now, most important term is the perpendicular bisector. Understand what perpendicular bisector, this word consists of two things. One is perpendicular and the other is bisector. That is, I need to prove PQ is perpendicular to AB and PQ bisects AB. In order to prove PQ perpendicular to AB, I'll have to prove these angles 90. Angle 1 and 2 equal to 90. And in order to prove PQ bisects AB, I'll have to prove this point. Let's take this O, AO equal to BO. That is, we need to prove angle 1 equal to 2 equal to 90 and AO is equal to BO. So children, we need to prove all this. We need to prove angle 1 and 2 90 and I need to prove these two sides equal. Now if we observe these two sides, AO and BO, and these angles, they are the part of these two triangles or either these two triangles. Any triangles I can take, they are the part of these triangles. If I prove the triangles congruent, I'll get these angles equal and I'll get these sides equal. And these angles form what? Linear pair. The sum is 180. And if the angles are equal, the sum of the two equal angles is 180. Each of them will be 90. So I will be able to do my job. Either I prove the two upward triangles or the two lower triangles congruent. Now, let's concentrate on the upward triangles only. How do I prove two upward triangles congruent? In order to prove two upward triangles congruent, what is given to us? What do we have? I have these two sides equal and I can see a common wall. I can see this side common. Third thing, if we have 2S, what is, I have 2S. So either I look for included A or I look for the third side. Now third side is AO and BO. Third side cannot be used in proving congruency because third side we are looking forward to prove. That means included A is the only option. And what is the included A? These angles 3 and 4. So I need to prove these angles 3 and 4 equal. So with the whatever given, I cannot prove these angles equal. That means in order to prove these angles equal, we need to prove something else. What else can we do is, if you look children carefully, these were triangles, bigger triangles, APQ and BPQ. So we'll prove these two triangles congruent. Now in triangle APQ, and triangle BPQ. What do I have in these two triangles? AP is equal to BP because this is given. Also AQ is equal to BQ given. Again given. And I can take PQ equal to PQ common side. Common. Therefore, by SSS rule, we have triangle APQ congruent to triangle BPQ. If these triangles are congruent, what do I conclude? I get angle 3 equal to angle 4 by CPCT. So we got these angles equal. Now I can prove the upper two triangles congruent. Now in triangle AOP and triangle BOP, what do we have? AP is equal to BP, again given. Angle 3 equal to angle 4 because we have proved above. And PO equal to PO common. OP or PO, whatever you write, that's common. Therefore, by SAS rule, I have triangle AOP congruent to triangle BOP. These two triangles congruent gives angle 1 equal to angle 2 and AO equal to BO. This is by CPCT. Now, angle 1 and 2 forms a linear pair, so sum is 180 as they form a linear pair. But angle 1 is equal to angle 2, therefore each one of them is 90. If these angles 90 implies PQ is perpendicular to AB. We got PQ perpendicular to AB. Also, AO equal to BO implies PQ bisects AB. Because we had already written down that we need to prove angle 1 equal to 290 and AO equal to BO. So if we do not write here these things, still okay. I have to prove this 90 and AO equal to BO, which we have done it. So actually this question is the perpendicular bisector. See, we had to prove that the line PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Perpendicular bisector term is very important. It consists of two terms. One is perpendicular, other is bisector. So in order to prove PQ is a perpendicular bisector of AB, I had to prove two things. PQ is perpendicular to AB, that is PQ and AB are meeting at an angle of 90 degree. So angle 1 and 2 90 prove karna hai. And then we need to prove PQ bisects AB. That means AB is divided into two equal parts by PQ. That is AO is equal to BO. Right? Next is example 8. In this example 8, it's given if P is a point which is equidistant from two lines L and M which intersect at the point A. I have these two lines L and M intersecting at A. And P is a point which is equidistant from L and M. Distance, we always take perpendicular distance. So he says equidistant hai, that means these are equal. I need to prove AP bisects the angle between them. That is, first of all, let us write what is given. What is given is BP equal to CP. Equidistant hai. BP is equal to CP. And what else is given? When we talk about distance, equidistant distance is always perpendicular distance. Right? Okay. Then we are given, I need to prove BP equal to CP is given. I need to prove AP bisects angle A. AP bisects angle A. AP bisects the angle between them. That is, we need to prove angle 1 is equal to angle 2. In order to prove angle 1 equal to angle 2, what do we do here? See here, BP and BP and CP are perpendiculars to L and M. Proof. Equidistant means always the perpendicular distance. They are equal. So in triangle ABP and triangle ACP, I have BP equal to CP given. Let's call these angle 3 and 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4 equal to 90, as P is equidistant from L and M, and this BP is perpendicular to AB, and we have CP perpendicular to AC. Equidistant, as distance is always the perpendicular distance, and AP is equal to AP common, right? So by which rule, children? This is right angle, this is hypotenuse, and this is one of the perpendicular sides. By RHS rule, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, which implies angle 1 equal to angle 2. And this is what we had to prove, that it bisects the angles. Now comes the question 1 of the exercise. Question 1 of the exercise says, we have two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DBC. Both are isosceles triangles. If they are isosceles triangle, these sides are equal. And vertices A and D are on the same side of the base BC, of the side BC. So they are on the same side. We need to prove that first part ABD is congruent to ACD. So let's start with the given first. AB is equal to AC, DB equal to DC. That's all what is given. To prove first part, I need to prove triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So we'll prove it part by part. Proof. Whatever triangles we have to prove congruent, first let's take those two triangles. Now what do we have in these two triangles? I can see ABD is this triangle, ACD is this triangle. Now these two triangles, I can see these two, AB equal to AC given. DB is equal to DC again given. Also I can see AD common. Therefore, by SSS criteria, we have triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. Done the first part. Now second part, I need to prove. What do we need to prove? Triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP. This point is P. We need to prove these two triangles congruent. That means I need to prove the bigger triangles congruent. Bigger triangles, you can see these sides equal and this side is common. I need to look for the one more thing. We need to look for one more thing. We have already proved these two triangles congruent, so can I write these angles equal? Yes, we will use this. Now, in triangle ABP and triangle ACP, we have AB equal to AC given. We have AP equal to AP common. Then angle 1 equal to angle 2 by CPCT, as triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Therefore, by which rule, children? Side, angle, side. By SAS rule, we have, see, we have side, angle and this side. Side, angle and side. See, the triangles were these, bigger triangles. Side, side and the included angle. SAS rule, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Now third part, we have to prove AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. That is, I need to prove if AP bisects angle A, we need to prove angle 1 equal to angle 2. And if AP bisects angle D, that means we need to prove angle 3 equal to angle 4. 1 and 2 we have already proved equal and used it, because by CPCT the triangle is congruent here. 1 and 2 we have already used, they are equal. So all I need to do is prove 3 and 4 equal. How do I prove 3 and 4 equal? If I prove these two triangles congruent, if we prove these two triangles congruent, triangle DBP and triangle DPP and DPC. So in triangle DPB and triangle DPC, we have DB equal to DC given. We have DP equal to DP common. Now observe, what are we trying to prove? We are trying to prove 3 equal to 4. 3 equal to 4 क्या है? What is that? 3 and 4. These are the included angles. I have already got 2S and included angle I am trying to prove congruent, so I cannot use this. That means got no other choice. I need to look for the third side, this side. So I need to prove this side equal. Let's see if we can this side equal. What is this side? VP equal to CP. Can we get it? Yes, we have proved the bigger triangles congruent by CPCT, as triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. We prove these bigger triangles congruent, so these sides are equal. Therefore, by SSS rule, I have triangle DPB is congruent to triangle DPC. This gives angle 3 equal to angle 4. So angle 1 equal to 2 implies AP bisects angle A, and angle 3 equal to 4 implies AP bisects angle D. So we proved the third part. Now for the fourth part, he says AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Now I need to prove AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. That is, AP is perpendicular to BC and AP bisects BC. Now if AP is perpendicular to BC, children, I need to prove, that means these angles 5 and 6 90. That is, angle 5 equal to 6 equal to 90. And in order to prove AP bisects BC, we need to prove BP equal to CP. This part already done. All we are looking for this 5 and 6. Look for 5 and 6. We have just now proved these two smaller triangles congruent. 5 and 6 are the part of these triangles only. And even the bigger triangles APB and APC, 5 and 6 up. Anyhow, we say triangle DBP, triangle DPB is or we take the given ones only. Let's take ABP, triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP implies BP equal to CP and angle 5 equal to angle 6 by CPCT. Right? Now, angle 5 plus 6 are what kind of angles? They form a linear pair. So, their sum is 180. Linear pair. But 5 and 6 are equal. Therefore, 5 equal to 6 equal to 90. Both are 90. This implies AP is perpendicular to BC. And BP equal to CP implies AP bisects BC. No need to write these lines if you don't want to, because we have already written upwards in proving. That is, in order to prove this, we need to prove this. So you can skip this last part also, that BP equal to CP implies this and this implies this. You can simply leave here 5 equal to 6 equal to 9. That's all in this video, and the next questions of the exercise we will continue in the other video.